Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, Miss Jess. Let's just say you're welcome. Good afternoon. I think you were here a bit earlier, so I'm not sure you're still here right now. Thanks for coming anyway. Juliet, Olabijo, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. Hope you're doing well. How's our country there? I know the complaint is a lot. Hope you can hear me. Let me reduce the music. I hope you can hear me now. I hope it's not too loud. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, Mr. C. Good afternoon. Yes, the country is fine. Thank God it's not too loud. Can reduce it a little bit. I can hear you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for a few minutes and see if I will see people to join. Then I will carry on with the case study. Thanks for coming. Let me try and share myself out as well. Belinda has finally finished. Okay, I thought she wasn't gonna before I ended the. Okay. Please make yourself visible. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Talaba fi òwe, ta ló lè bá ìjọba? Okay, it's 6 minutes now. That's fine. So we can start. People that are watching behind the scene, please remember to give the video a thumb up. Oh God, if I not online, the call will not come in. Okay, so I saw this message, what I say, issue, and I thought it's something that we can discuss. And I'm free today, so um, I do say I will be coming up in between the week, sometimes once in a while, to treat some topic or discuss something aside my uh, Saturday live stream. So I saw a message. I saw this one that the guy was saying his sister-in-law is dressing indecently. Actually, was that's what I actually wanted to put on the message below the thumbnail. He said my sister is dressing indecently. I think so, and he's tempting him. And when he told his wife, which is I think it takes and it will take you to another. Would I say how close you are to your wife or how free you are? And discussing that with your partner, saying this is what you feel. And he said his wife's response was that he should learn to control himself. So that's why I said, okay, let us discuss this. And I'm going to put that on the screen so that we can read and advise. If anyone joins us later, fine. I don't really want to do more than 1 hour or maximum 1.5 hours so that in case we see someone who can help us to who can watch. Why am I not seeing on my okay? That's it. And it said, my wife is Dr. Shala, my wife is sister is tempting me. She walks around the house almost naked. And I told my wife, and she said, man up and have self control. I don't have self anything at this time. If I do it, I shouldn't be blamed. The younger girl is having fun doing it, and I understand the game. Imagine. Some people will say, if you have a grown up sister, don't let them live in your house, blah, 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 because of one thing. There are some that the way they say it, I don't agree with it, or I would say I don't give it full acknowledge it as such, because I don't think you should stop your sister from coming to your house or living at yours. And some would say you should know if your partner, or if you know if it's someone who is going to be cheating, you shouldn't even marry him in the first place. Would you, because of that, not also marry? People have different questions. If you say A, people will come up with B and C. If you say C, they will come up with A and D. So, and that's it so far with the topic. What are your thoughts on this? She said the response from the wife, though, yeah, I response, she wasn't addressing it before. She would say, why, even you, man, please try and buckle up, don't look at her side, blah blah blah. I think the response was too sharp. You're welcome, Patricia Jake. Good afternoon. I know I've connected somewhere, I can't remember when, but yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Hey, my sister Joyce, you're welcome. Good afternoon. Thank you. Host and everyone. Beauty by Angie, good to see you. Good afternoon. Fred, wow, Fred is free today. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming. And yeah, and I was saying I saw this on Dr. Shala's page, and I know it's something that is discussable. People face certain things in their own, even people that are not even married. I've got someone who said he's not married, but whenever his friend's sister visits, she's always doing gra gra gra, and the way she will just expose her body. So, and he knows that even his friend will not be happy if he touches the sister. So he's just trying to just stay away. These things happen, people complain. So he is complaining, and then the wife is telling him to man up and have self-control. We never can tell, maybe the wife must have gone to speak to our own sister behind, because some of them, they might not, you might not tell the husband that, oh, I'm going to talk to her. Maybe he just decide to dish her husband's one to him, and also go to the sister and tell the sister, you need to stop this nonsense. This is not allowed in the house. Some would do that. They will not tell the man that they will speak to. But to some men, it's like, you're challenging me. And of course, the wife is also right to some extent, but that shouldn't be the first step to take. Some will say, if you have your wife's sister, see your wife's sister as your own sister. So that if it was your sister, would you be able to touch her? And another thing is, if it was your sister and she's dressing anyhow, you will scold her, you tell her off. I think you should be able to also tell your sister's, your wife's sister off as well. Please don't dress this like this in the house. What if your friends comes, and I feel even if this lady gets impregnated outside somewhere, he can actually even still push it on this man, because I think he's already saying the plus sign from the man as well, that he's enjoying what she is doing. What are your thoughts, my guys? I dropped the link in case anyone wants to come in to hear your view on this. And Julia said the wife should talk to her sister, beg, because if it was the other way around now, we know how she would have reacted. Yeah. We don't know. Maybe she did. Just be sarcastic with her husband. We don't know. But that response was a bit sharp. I don't think that's how she should have approached it. Shouldn't be the first thing to say, even if it comes through your mind immediately, but that shouldn't be what you should utter out straight up. Greeting Beauty, how are you doing? Hi to Olabinjo. was the reply from his wife is a no-no for me. I know it's a no-no for a lot of people. Um, it is Joyce Wood just coming back from work. Oh, it's well with you. My sister, you dare not wear such thing around my house. But finish. Some people will say if any of their sister is coming to spend holiday with them, that they want them, please make sure you bring something to. Don't just come. Don't, as in they give them a warning not to come with any nonsense clothes. They should dress appropriately. You're welcome. You JD, anything, anywhere, anytime, you're welcome. How are you doing? So the first one we're teaching today, I saw that on Dr. Shola's page, and credit to Dr. Shola. And when I saw that, I felt it's something that we can discuss. The man is lamenting to his wife how his sister-in-law has been maybe dressing or shaking her body in the house, but the wife seems not to want to get it. And her response is not helping the man. Do you think the man's response saying, if I do it, they should not blame him, do you think he was also right? Since he already knows what he might do, shouldn't he also find a solution to himself? Because um, some people will say that means their own children is not safe around them, or their friends' sisters are not safe. So whoever doesn't dress well, it means you're going to lose it. Is that how you're brought up? The wife has a blame. A lot, in fact, massive. A response, but I don't know what she did behind it when the man wasn't there. Mm. So what's going on so far? We're just doing two case study today. And I hope you guys can hear me. I'm well audible. So Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Tuesday. Okay, guys, let me hear your thoughts in this case. I've read from I think two people now their responses. Do you think the man can actually go to the extent of responding to the sister-in-law and do? Even looking at the sister-in-law side, we don't know her age, but definitely since she knows what she's doing, she already know her left from right. Maybe she's interested in the man, or she's a loose girl. Some sisters don't mind to take their elder sister or junior sister's husband. They don't mind to take, as long as they see that the man has cash. Maybe she noticed that the man is looking after her sister very well, and she feels she will be safe in his hand. Maybe that's why she decided to, um, yeah, to show the green card so that the man can do the needful. There are some marriages like that that have actually quenched, and who hijack the man as they were still together. Yes, we're still waiting for Kama to walk. Still waiting. Thank you for those who are still here. Thank you. Greeting going on. Beauty by Angie said, "Since I have seen where this type of thing happen, where at the end of the day, the man impregnated his wife's younger sister and was forced to marry both." Uh-huh. Yeah. When we're growing up, there's this thing that's happened that if any guy impregnates or if any man impregnates a woman, a lady, they instantly tell her, why is this in the church? They will instantly tell the man to marry the lady. Yeah, since you can do, then you have to start fathering you will start a family, and they are being treated awfully. And let me see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so with the man's one on the side, I have heard one. I know the person in the past, but I don't know the way something like that happened. It was a sister that told me later that the man impregnated the sister's wife's sister, and before you know it, because the woman got angry, the process when it happens, some will be so sure they'll get angry, and they'll just take their bag or two clothes and just decide to go off and leave home for days. By the time she came back, she noticed that the man wasn't even forcing himself, because the man tried getting in touch. But normal thing, you're angry, you don't want to speak to anyone. I think one or two, after two attempts, the man didn't even bother again. And the sister was still living in that house. But till date, that sister and the man are now married. The did I say the owner of The owner of the husband, the Lego wife is no longer with the man again. That's why I said some people still do it and they'll be waiting for karma to happen. Karma will still take time sometimes, and sometimes it comes so fast. But yeah, so some people still get away with it for a while. What would have happened? Think some things would have, you know, destabilized before the truth comes out. So some people are like that. I heard those people actually relocate. They left Nigeria. They relocated. So life is going on fine for them for now. Some were saying, "Oh, maybe she's been in love with the man from the onset before the man got married to the elder sister. Maybe the man has been touching the girl." People would come up with so many stories. So I just feel that okay, the woman didn't respond well. The man must have. Or this man might be nurturing, daydreaming of, what it would look like when he touched the girl, the response, all those things. And if you start imagining that thing in your head, it's quite easy for him to fall into it and experience it. And once done, it becomes a go to all the time thing. You're welcome, Big Joy Special. Thanks for coming. I am blaming the wife honestly because that is her home. She has authority over every visitor, so she should secure her home and not be blasting a man. I expect her to take action. It doesn't have to be uh, a drama, but yeah, talk to your husband in the husband, maybe the way it was. If he told you, if he did it, blah blah blah, that's where you say no, that's not acceptable, blah blah blah. But yeah, you have a word with why she dressing like that. I don't see her dressed like that when I'm at home. Why does she not dress that way when I'm at home? Because I'm thinking that lady, the young lady, doesn't dress that way when her sister is around. So it means she knows what she's doing. So that should have been the question, that why doesn't she dress that way whenever I'm around? And yeah, I can even tell him when next I'm not around and she dresses that way, please use time to take a picture and call and send it to me so I can call whenever I am to tell her to go and change. And of course, you go to your sister and say, this is what I heard or this is what I noticed. And yeah, and they'll take it off from there. If she's having a program that she's staying at your place for a while, you tell her if she doesn't stop that dressing, then you have no other option than to get another place for her, or she'll go and look for another place to stay before. You have to secure your home. At the same time, it doesn't mean that I'm telling my husband that anything that comes on in skirts, I have to be the one to protect it. He also has to learn. Yeah, he also has to learn to caution himself, because every visitor that comes to the house, I would not be able to, would I say, caution their dressing. I also expect that he too will know what to do. Maybe take the right step, either to walk away. Sometimes look away. There should be an agreement what to do. I feel the sister should know, the wife should know how the sister dresses. The dressing, does she not see the signs? Maybe when she sees her outside, there's more to it. I think maybe she's not observing enough. And this man that is talking, people are funny. With men are funny, women are funny. So, let me acknowledge people. Okay, anywhere, anytime, are you trying to get the link? If you want Naibo to drop your link, please you can type Gores, or you type I guess. Yeah. Type Gores. I'm sure it will drop your link. And yeah, I was saying that for men, some men or some ladies sometimes you really cannot predict some things. We don't know what he is saying. The lady is dressing almost half naked too. I also know that recently the way people dress, Even married people, the way they dress, and they will wear a suit on a short skirt, and the skirt is quite below, it's up, or it's just barely covering their backside. And if that's the way his own wife is dressing, the sister is dressing, they are all dressing that way from the onset, then it's something that they need to. There's a lot to look into this. What is We don't know if the man is exaggerating. Maybe his heart is high on the lady, so he will also try to go to her room or knock on the door when she knows she's just leaving the bathroom. See, we hear things, we see things, we watch film. It happens that way. So, in as much as we're blaming the lady and his wife, the man too as well, everyone involved in that house has one or two parts to of the blame. I think Patricia is an elderly woman. Video, I'm not sure. I can check her out, but I think I did remember. I'm not too sure. I don't know if she was a preacher that I met online recently. Juliet, I see you greeting. And beauty behind this, I think for the man to complain, he has been seeing such new dressing from his in-law. Please, ladies, guard your home. Yeah. She's telling us to guard our home, or don't let anybody come in. The wife didn't do well at all. At least the husband caught her attention, but she didn't pay attention. Yeah. Hey, you're welcome. Charity or Carrefour. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. How's work going? The woman is not observant. Yeah, if you type Gorex, Nightbot is going to drop your link. Thank you. Is Chajira here? Oh yeah, she's here. Hi Chajira, how are you doing? You're welcome here. Good afternoon. Thanks for your support. I appreciate you all for coming. I am behind the scene. I thought, yeah, I know. Bye, host was just in the background. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for coming anyway. Robertina is here. She says bye because she's busy. Thank you for coming. I forgot to always say this. Please, if you're my channel member, I don't give you a shout out. Sometimes I've forgotten. It's not something I'm really used to. And you know what? JD has energy for all these things. Have you met so person? Have you been to her house? Grab her. I don't have this. I don't know how to do it. She has energy for this thing. So please make yourself familiarize with yourself in the comment section. And you can grab each other. I think the majority of people here are also content creators. So thank you all for coming. I do appreciate you. And let me actually use this. Once you see me with this, I am the one, because I've got 2 channels. This is me. Grace corner. And especially views. Okay, so where am I? Host, I'm fine. Hope you're too. I am great. Thank you. I'm off today, so I said let me quickly keep the channel busy. Priscilla. Hello, Priscilla. Thanks for coming. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate you for coming. Video greeting going on here, Priscilla. I hope you're doing well today. Juzam greeting. Hey, I think I've missed someone, isn't it? Jusam, the Jusam family, you're welcome. Good afternoon. Sorry, it's an oversight. Sometimes I kind of miss the chats. You're welcome. Good to see you here. I think you're new here. Um, you're welcome once again. So please, this that you are seeing on the screen, this is myself. So this is my support page. In case you see me coming to your house with this, I am the same person. Flo and Ted, you're welcome. And I'm sure Flo and Ted as well would have seen this. Sometimes I might come with my main channel, Gore's Corner, or expressing my view page. But mostly I will be coming with, you'll be seeing me with Gore's EMV couch. So I decided to get that as a couch for the two channels, meaning it's the same one person. So I'll be visiting you with that, and it will also help me to share any videos, share people out if I want to. I finally gotten to a stage where I could share out now. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed to the page to make it possible. Thank you, guys. And Flo and Ted, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. Okay, I think I'm up with the chat now. Yeah, so as I was saying, the I think Robotina wants, okay, I think it's Nightbot has dropped your channel link. So Robotina is also my channel member. She joined a few days ago, and thanks for coming. I haven't got really made a video for the members for this month. I'll try. If I don't, then we're almost into the new month in how many days time, then I'll definitely make a new one. Thanks for being part of the channel member and supporting me. I do appreciate you guys. Please, my membership is hopeful. I have a cheap one too. You can please support me if you can. I will appreciate that. Okay, so for me, like I said, the man needs to buckle up. You know, if you have a colleague that doesn't really dress too well as well, if you complain to the company and they're not really doing anything about it, and you're not going to hold yourself. So try and work on certain things that you think can help you. Maybe whenever you are alone in the house with the lady, you give instruction like she shouldn't come around if she's not properly dressed. You have the right to. It's your house. Give instruction. You can also give that. You give your wife that order. Like, you know what? If anyone is not properly dressed, they shouldn't come out of their room, to come to the kitchen or to come to the sitting room, or some people call it lounge. So because it's your house. So give that instruction so that if she's trespassing, then it's easier for you to scold her, to tell her, please go back to your room and dress decently. Go and dress well. And also, one, I'm going to tell your sister, this has to stop. If you know you can't dress very well, then it would not be. I don't think you'll be able to stay here for long. Something like that. Just find a way of letting her know, or you can sit her down like a sister. Sit her down and tell her, you're beautiful. You're this. You're that. If it was another man, they would have taken advantage of you. But this thing you're doing is not helping. It's not good. So you need to stop it. Let her understand what she's doing. You know it, but it's not good. And another man, or if it was just his friend, they could have just used her, just advise her like a sister. If she's still not yielding, then I think you can give the final maybe would I say instruction to your wife that what you wouldn't want this lady to be in the house when she's not there anymore. You don't want to be in the same house with her to be in the same house with her alone. Also, for you, learn to bojukuro, meaning learn to overlook as well. Just ignore her after you've spoken to her. Try to, when you know she's coming to face somewhere else, and if you're giving 2 weeks or a week for her to change, try and maintain that you can hold yourself so that the proper thing can be done. If like your wife can tell her sister to find another place to stay, and if you have money, you can get her another place so she can go and be doing her indecent dressing over there, you know. And because I think if you talk to her and she doesn't change, that's lack of respect as well. It shows that she doesn't respect you. She doesn't respect her sister. I don't know the age difference, but I feel if you talk to her as a sister and she's still not changing, then it shows that she doesn't respect you in that area, and you need to take action. But please don't do the do. That's the random for him. Please don't do the do, because if you do the do, you don't know what the do that you will do will end up at. Anything can happen. Some ladies like that will get pregnant during childbirth. They end up, they don't make it. And we have some ladies that's what happened, and people will be saying, "Oh, she's the one that actually sent her sister to God because her husband impregnated her sister." Meanwhile, she has nothing to do with it. So you never can tell. That small do the do could mean anything. If you do the do, she get pregnant. She says she's not taking it off, and she wants to give birth, and she couldn't make it, but the child survived. How do you expect your wife to even treat the child? So many things, anything can happen. Even the lady, the young lady, your wife's sister could even be affected. We don't know. She might not be safe. There's so many things you have to look at: the respect, the family, everything. There's a lot that you can do. And yeah, you guys, you can talk to your wife. Give her time frame. If this doesn't change, then it's a no. Because you never can tell. If your friends visit as well, she might be dressing the same way if she wants to seduce them. I think she's not just safe around the house, but she needs to be spoken to first before a drastic action is being taken. That is my advice on this. And I'm going to bring on the second topic that I want us to discuss before everyone runs off. Thank you for being here. And this is the second one. The man is also from Dr. Shola. The man was saying, "Dr. Shola, I recently found out my husband is cheating with a lady in the choir in our church. I have some nude video of this lady, the one she sent to him, and vice versa. I want to see our church pastor to inform him. I know this will affect both of them." Okay, so this is this woman actually have evidence that her own husband has been messing around with the choir, maybe choir mistress, anyone from the chorister, anyway, their church chorister. So, and now she feels the best thing is to go and speak to the pastor. Why I actually brought this is this should this be the first approach to this situation? Should this be the best approach to this situation? Going back to the first case study and the advice I've given, if you don't agree with it, it's fine. We don't have to always agree with things. You can let me know what you think about the issue itself or the advice you've given. But I feel three of them needs to take to. They have responsibility. They have things that they need to work on, and there's a process they need to go about it, rather than just saying do and the woman that was rude and saying, man up. I think they just need to talk. Then we don't know, maybe the woman has spoken to a sister. I don't know. But men, because they already have some men, because they already have that fix up on their head, they still want to carry on to do it. At least he will say, "I've told my wife anyway," so that if I do it, I will say, "Shebi, I told you." Shebi means that, isn't it? I've told you. So yeah. So this is the second case study, and it's also from Dr. Shola. I do visit his page a lot, and I see a lot of messages from people that open up, and I would be like, wow, now wow. Some people are bold though, but yeah, if they feel safe to bring it out, of course they won't bring their face out. So, and people will read, and people do advise. I do drop advice as well. Some I use another handle, and this person said recently that I found out that my husband is cheating. So my question on this one is, should going to the pastor be the first action to take? Because the way we women do take action, sometimes we don't tend to want to sleep on situation. So not all women, please. I'm not trying to generalize here, and I do it sometimes. So we're all work in progress. It's actually good to work to give some situational things time, see how to react to it. But if you take immediate action, it's not an emergency because it has already happened. With this, you might take some action that you also have some regret to it. You might overdo. You might not do enough. So risk action now. She's hurting. Is no, we don't know that she's hurting because she's got evidence of their nonsense that they were doing. Yeah. What should be the first action for her to take? Should being with her pastor be the first action for her to take? It seems that's the first action, the action that she feels she can take. You are welcome. Okay, Florida said, I've said hello to you, Helia. Thank you for coming. Nigeria said that woman wants to put her husband in temptation and then she will start to go on, and my man, she should listen to him, and or else something else is going to happen. The man will do the do. I'm sure you're still talking about the first case study. Hello, babe. Chocolate Vivian. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming. Guys, please share this video if you can. If you can share it, that's fine. If you can't, I'm okay as well. Everything going on, yeah. So the second one, like I said, should going to the pastor being the first action for the woman to take. If he was a man as well, we know how they take their action. Most of them by now, I don't think going to the pastor might be the first action as well. So I'm glad that she was calm enough, because the very moment she saw that video, she will be making calls and be cursing. Though she didn't narrate that here, we don't know how she felt immediately when she saw this message. So we don't know her mood as at that time. Maybe she was cursing. Some would not even be able to say anything. They would just feel so helpless. They will feel so thirsty, like everything has crashed down before she felt okay. And their pastor seems like it's like their second god, and they take everything through their pastors. I just feel that because sometimes people are burdening the men of God with a lot of issues, not realizing that they also have their own issues that they are dealing with. They are not just able to talk about it. They are not able to bring it out to the open. I wanted to treat this 2 weeks ago, but I had a change of mind because I didn't want it to look like one is coming after men of God. But we're still going to talk about it in December. It's after December, in the month of March. That men of God they do have pressures. I feel some might not even know what to do. That's why they always tell some couples, just go and pray. You just go and pray. But there should be an action to take, one action or the other, a step to take before while you're praying. So in this scenario, in this case of this woman, she want to talk to the pastor and inform the pastor. And I know when the pastor get to know, the sister will be suspended. Maybe maybe her husband is the choir master. I don't know, but yeah, and some church, what they would do is that they will call them out outrightly. They will call them out, like they will not call them privately in the main service. They will call them out. They will stay in front at the center or the front of the the pulpit. and they will discuss, or um, they will open up what they've done. They will disgrace them. They will tell them that they cease to be so this thing, or they are on suspension for 3 months, for 6 months, for so thing. The disgrace goes on. But remember that the world we're in, the way people used to be ashamed that time, it's not the way people used to be ashamed right now. Some people, when it comes to shame is not. It doesn't even bother them. They will like, they will go to another church. So, um, what do you think? I have my own advice as well, but I just feel, let me hear from people. Let me see if we're also on the same page. Like, I first of all thought of her mood when she read it or when she saw it. It might have taken a couple of months or weeks for her to start suspecting they're having issue. They're having an affair or something is going on. She might just be suspecting, seems something is off my hobby, and she hasn't really placed it. Then when she now realized, okay, my husband, my husband, my husband, my hobby is really cheating. Then knowing who is the person would now be another issue. But if she's been suspecting that maybe this is the way they've been greeting or doing it, whatever, or somebody has told her, we have a lot of amebo. I mean, people are nosy people. Amebo is nosy from my place. Nosy people, they could have said, or maybe our friends would have said, they see so person as so person. That can't you see the way they greet each other, or their reaction and all that. I just know that it's something that she would have been maybe suspecting, and she got to know, and then finally got have an evidence. Maybe she's spoken to her husband, and her husband would like, "What, you have a dirty mind? There's nothing going on between you. I just sister." Until when she finally saw that. And our first action, at least she didn't scream. She didn't scream and start calling the old neighbor, but she said she was going to see the pastor. That's why I felt okay. It's a good step as well, but should this be the first action for her to take? And two, do you think it's proper for her to go and tell the pastor? What is she expecting? What would the aim be? Thank you, Loud, for calling me. Please help me to know how to pronounce your name, because I'll say Loud. I will not call the last one. Gamfi. You're welcome, Nan. I don't know if you want me to call your full name anyway. Chajira said this woman is good because going to the church, she's possibly rescue and married before it's crumble. But hope the pastor is mature enough, because this men of God nowadays, they don't help matters at all. You know where I'm going to? Yeah, sometimes they don't. Yeah. Thank you. That's a nice one. Hold on, let me check. Thank you. 17 million people in the house. I'm trying. I'm trying to be you, JD. I'm trying. You've taught me so many things. Is the energy that I cannot match it? I can't even match half of the energy. Like, Father Lord. Chocolate Vivian GC. I don't know what happened there. Chajira 20. Balances, greeting, going on, beat with faith. You're welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate you. And greetings. This kind of cases nowadays are very common. They are very common, and both men and women. Some men too, they just can't speak up. Some men even feel so ashamed that this is happening, they can't say it. But what their woman is showing them in the house, or they know that someone else is actually touching their woman, is hurting them deeply. But they can't discuss it. They have to put up everything is fine face. You know what? I didn't even use my second phone so that I can read the message very well. Yeah. and they are all members of the church. So before anything, the church is the best to share that information. That action must take place. So, and if the church is the best place to share the information, remember the church members too will share the thing out. Then it's gone public as well. Some people don't like their matter to be shared. Maybe like that they feel it's too public, because if you want to talk to me, why don't you call us privately? Some would prefer an elder, to call them into a department and discuss with them, and they will take action. Sometimes you will notice that maybe a minister, a chorister, or choir mistress, choir master, all these people, they are suddenly off their normal position for a while. You will just see them that when they come to church, they'll just go and sit behind, or they'll sit behind among the congregation. It shows that they are going through something. Maybe they are on break. They've been given would I call it a punishment? Yeah. I think I've made it. I said I don't want it to be too long. We're almost done, guys. Almost done. If anyone wants to come in and drop their opinion, it's fine. I dropped the link earlier on. I don't know if I can still see that, if anyone wants to come in too. And if you want Naibo to drop your link, you can just type Goresi to drop your link. I've forgotten I'm actually on Facebook. I didn't even bring it on. I'm not sure if I'm. Okay, let's try. And the people that are here as well, I did mention that if you see ENV coming to say hello to you, or watching you, or supporting you anyway, ENV Couch, it is me. I'm the same person. So just know that I'm the same person. Putting EMC, you're welcome. Yeah. Mm. Nice topic. Thank you. Margaret, you're welcome. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. I guess you're new, or if you're not, I don't really think, haven't observed or noticed. Apologies on that. You're welcome once again, and thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate you. Chajira said, Chajira has time for this my case study today. Oh my God. I'm giving you a big go from here to everyone, but big one from her for her as well. It is a must for church member to know, because they started it themselves. Hey, I like you. They started it themselves. They should not worry about members if they want to change, or less they don't want to change them. They weren't thinking of the judgment. One thing is, you should also think of the repercussion whenever, what if they finally know? I was at Belinda's live stream earlier, before my live stream started, and I did ask her what's the topic of discussion. She said a couple where they had I think social media together, and maybe things weren't going well between them anymore. So the man decided to rebrand the channel's name, and I think the lady is the main one, the one that maybe people swing to more. And the way forward is, my advice was, she should just try and let it go. But to every incoming maybe couples, because people that are already married right now, if they've made some mistakes, just keep hoping that maybe nothing nasty will happen. But if it happens, please try and pick yourself up. So I did advise that she should open a new one and continue to work on it. That God can surprise and make her boom. But people should just make sure now you have a conversation with your partner, even if it's your normal friend. Like, you guys want to have something drafted, like a contract. What if, human will always tell you, why you be negative? We cannot fight. Well, no, even sisters fight. Was it 2 days ago? My two girls, they're not at home. If you hear where they were giving it to them, like, you're not even at home. So husband and wife, they do have misunderstandings. Siblings do have misunderstandings. Friends do have misunderstandings. And some, the way they listen to outsiders will ruin the whole thing. So people should agree on what to do. So when they were starting the relationship, it should be, what if people find out? If the man keeps saying, no, they won't find out, then trust me, when they find out, he might definitely walk away. Because they always use the word they won't find out to just make you fall into their trap or into what they want. When they hit their attention, sometimes their brain works to reset back to normal. Billionaire mindset, you're welcome. Let us go. Billionaire mindset. On your page, there's no how someone can contact you. I think maybe you should check, get that sorted so that one can contact you. You just said the other time that women should something to do with women growing together. So I tried to want to reach out. I couldn't. So if you can maybe put your contacts thing on your banner, your IG or whatever, or how people can work from home or whatever that you did mention the other time, it would be nice. Thank you for calling me. I do appreciate you. When I set my, what is it called? Then I get I had to restart my laptop and all the settings will go. Oh God, what do I do here? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So I did set the ads earlier, but because I don't know what happened, but now I've reset it. So in case you see, usually I like my ad to come at every 18 minutes, so it doesn't disturb people. But I'm sure everyone have had a good time without ad so far. And we'll soon be ending anyway. Maybe the next, let me see. Which one is it that meant to? Okay, I'll do 12 minutes so that it's fair enough since I haven't had that since. Okay, where am I? Good afternoon. I am connected to you already. Thank you. You're connected to me already. Yeah, I said I don't really know if I've connected. I will check. But in case you see me with this, let me just type hi at Margaret. Okay. Archie. Okay, welcome. If you want Nibot to drop your link, please type go racing and Nibot is going to drop your link. Thank you, Joyce, for still being here. Good advice. Thank you. Thank you. Busy by Angel is still here. Thank you. I know this time people might still be at work. I try different times. If I do it in the evening, I would say that a lot of people are busy, and also I want to rest. I'll be going to work tomorrow, so I thought, okay, if I support some people later, I can just rest rather than just doing my own live stream. So if you guys see me with this Bore CMV couch, I'm the same person. We'll be visiting more with that. I'll keep repeating that from time to time so that people will keep people will know. Chajira also said there's nothing hidden under the sun. Exactly. They should confess and face the consequence of their sins. More so far they should turn to God for forgiveness and for better change. Exactly. Yeah. You've given me a point there. Yeah. They should turn to God. And do you think if the wife finally tells the pastor and they decide to expose them, remember, we women, this is where my own distance is coming from. This case, we women, we are always against each other. We women, we are the enabler. The same set of women will be against this the wife for going to expose her husband. For me, I feel going to the pastor shouldn't be the first thing. You might not want to agree with me. You don't have to either. You going to the pastor shouldn't be the first thing, but it now depends on how maybe she sees her husband. Maybe her husband is a type that is quite confrontational, so maybe she wouldn't want to approach him on cases like this. But I would have advised that she had a word with her husband and hear from him, despite the fact that she's seen the evidence. You don't have to tell him first that you've seen the evidence, but you will be asking. You will be asking like you know this, or just ask straight up. Are you oh god, are you dating so person? Is there so thing between you guys? And you know they might want to be you might want to be defensive. I feel we should approach him, talk to him. Don't confront him rudely. I think you should discuss with them, have conversation with them. There's a difference from, when I say approach, I don't mean approach in a good way. It might even be when he's eating on the dining table there. You let him be eating there. You ask about his days and everything. Then, I want to ask you a question now. And maybe I'm confused. I need to ask, is there something going on between you and so person? Is there blah, blah, blah? If he give it to you, you just say, calm down now. I have my reason for asking. If you say, I'm not eating again, you've just, the way some men want to do, like, you've messed up my mood. I've lost appetite. But I feel you should ask. And there's something good now. You can actually use your phone to record. You can tell him what I want to ask you now. I'm recording. I want to record. See my phone. Just press record. It's also thing. If you know he's gonna break your phone, don't do that. But you should know your husband. So if she thinks her husband is the type that might turn the whole thing on her head, because some men even asking alone, he might start beating her. We don't know. He might want to turn it to rough and say you're rude, you're this one. Why are you talking to me like that? Blah blah blah. And some men, because they are the only provider in the house, they feel whatever they do is unquestioned. You can't question it. If they do it, they do it for it's gone. just overlook it. But if you don't have the liver to ask, or you're afraid, I don't know, maybe that's where you want to take your spiritual father, which is maybe the pastor, to it. Or some wouldn't want to go through their family member or their excuse me, let me take water. Yeah, some wouldn't want to go through their maybe sisters, their maybe the man's uncle, the parents, because some in-laws don't really like you anyway. So you wouldn't want to go and meet them and say, "Oh, your son is cheating on me." They were like, we don't even want you before. So women too are facing a lot. But if the man is being called out publicly in the church with the lady, and the disgrace comes, and after the service, you will now see maybe the lady's friends that they know about the relationship, or the parents, a few other people, that they will not be looking at the wife with they will be looking at her in a bad way, like, you cannot keep things in the house. If you were able to keep your house, do you think so person would have been able to come in? And they will start making her feel uncomfortable, that she might not even want to come to church anymore. They will make life uncomfortable for her. There are some that even when they get to the market, supermarket, restaurant, or outing, that they start showing a cold reception to her, that she will start feeling alone. I hope you get what I mean. Some people don't have to speak up. Their attitude tells. They will be cold to her. They won't give her good reception. She start feeling to herself that, what have I done? It's a lot. It's a lot. Some men, when you do something like that, they will stop talking to you in the same house. You'll be thinking like, you should be the one begging me. But that's why I said, what some ladies are doing. Some ladies are also backing this thing up, because they were like, oh, you can't. Is it that deep? Some will say, at least it's not bedding your sister. Remember, this first case we were discussing was a man that was even saying he might bet the sister-in-law. Some will say, at least it's not your child, or he's an adult. You're not the only one. Women are more than men in this world. So men is allowed. Men can have as many as they can. Different thing. Meanwhile, it's something that they themselves cannot tolerate. They can't cope with. But when it comes to their fellow human being, they start talking. Tajira is giving me another one. Yes, you're true about that. She should confront the husband first when he denies that she should go to the church. Okay. Okay, I think I'm up with the chat. Thank you. Yeah, so I feel, confronted. Have a conversation with your husband. Make sure it's a conversation, communication. Make sure you're in a good mood. The first one, I was talking about the woman that maybe the action she took was wrong, but we never can tell if she did have the word with her sister. But her response to her husband was no. It was a no, because it seems you're challenging the man. I don't know, but it's disrespectful in a way. And even the wife as well, when she got to hear that from her husband, I don't know what she would be thinking herself. Like, for this man to have said, my sister is so, then that means this man can actually touch my sister. There's a lot that could go on. So taking time to think of issues helps. Most times, the decision you might want to take, you might have to rethink. I think it was my first post in this year, and it was about text message. And I was saying that people should take time before you respond to that message. Some people, the moment someone sends them a message, the way they will respond back, that person will have that message in their heart for a very long time. It will spoil their day, it might spoil their month, their year. A lot can change, and you don't know what people are going through. And I did say, even when you ask people for something and they are not able to give you, the way you're going to take it, you should also work on that. So with this woman right now, when she knew, when she got to maybe start suspecting, you imagine if she did not suspect at all. This is another angle. If she had no idea, even if she was told that your husband could be, she will fight. There are some that they will like never. She's a sister now. He's a sister. It's his brother. Those kind of a thing. If not that she saw the picture and all that. So let's say thankfully that she has the lady's number, so she could tell who the person is, or she saw the face and all that. And she can now start imagining when the lady will be singing and praising God and doing holier than that. The picture she'll be having on her head, and she will be so full with hatred for the lady, that how dare you disrespect me and come close to my husband. But at the same time, your husband also play a part. Even if it was a seduce, or it was your husband that started it, whoever one, but they started doing something which was unholy anyway. Mental state as at that time is something that we should also think of. And like I said, she wasn't screaming and calling the neighbors, because from the moment they will see you, she'll just say, "Yeah, yeah!" People have to come and say, "What happened?" They will be, "You scream, yo!" So that she was able to suck it up, and before she concluded that she would need to see a pastor. So in case that maybe her husband is the type that she cannot confront, yeah, let me see Nigeria's message. He who eyes is sin will never prosper. That's the consequence of their sins. Most people will always talk to you too good. They will talk you. They will talk you to do. They will talk you with time, all shall be well. Yeah, people will always talk. People will always talk. No matter what step you take, people will always have a reason. And like I said, we women are the way we don't support ourselves sometimes. So with the decision she's taking to go and speak to the elders or to the pastors, some will not like it. And I will advise her, if you know that your husband is a confrontational type, that he might even want you to do and start giving you some proper beating, because some wives have seen their husband with some ladies, and they did just frown. They did not say anything, just frown. The man will be giving it to them. Is it your money? Is it this one? Because they don't have respect for them, and they feel they are the provider in the house. So wherever they do goes. If anyone is in that position, and maybe that's for me, for this woman to have written this, I don't think you are in the position where maybe you don't do anything. But we always talk about financial independence for women. It will help you to be able to kind of also brave up to. It does help. I did not say it's the final thing though. Is if it's this way that you can't face your husband, you can't talk to him, you can't have a war with him, and nobody around you, that sister, your husband's elder sister or uncle or whoever, that you can't speak to, because we will always, people will preach that don't call anyone into your family matter. Third party is not allowed. There is no how third party will not come in. It all depends on how you do it, how frequent you do it. You get to a stage where someone third party might have to intervene before you guys finally call it a quit. If you keep everything in, you might be suffering or be making some mistake. You might not even know the full color he has until maybe that comes in. But in case it's like that you can't really talk to him, then you decide to go to the man of God. I advise that when you tell the man of God, I think it's better the man of God first of all had a war with both of them before. It's not for them to just call them out in public. Some women would not like their husband to be called out in the public, in church like that. Also remember that the generation we're in, people will be holding their phones. Some knows when people are being called. If they say, "Can we have Mr. B and Miss P?" People will pick their phone because they know something is about to be said. Small things right now, people pick their phones and they are recording. Some is not just recording just like that. They are going live. So I feel maybe she can also tell the pastor to first of all have a conversation with them, and maybe the proper punishment that the elders agree on that they should go through. If then, of course, they might have to ask the husband, "Do you still want to go on with your wife?" Because some men, they are not going back. It's a bit hard. It's a bit hard, though, but I pray that she finds peace in her home and her husband realizes his mistake, asks for forgiveness of sin, and I hope that the lady as well will turn a new leaf. It would be best that she even leave the church, because that kind of a lady, another man would like to try her, so they want to taste and go. I have a case study coming up tomorrow about. It's also something a little bit to do with church. I have that one coming up on EMV, which is the Expressing My View. So some men, once they see that A has texted it and they've been casted, they want to go behind and knock the door and say, "Sister, can I come in? Can I come in? Nobody will know." They will do that. They want to try their own, they want to taste from it. So it needs to be done with wisdom. People will record. Sometimes we will take some actions where the action led to is not what we planned for. So the action is not what we planned. The way the action, where it led to, or the outcome is not what we planned for, and yeah, we don't like it, and then you really can't turn back the hand of the clock. So I feel that they should discuss. The elders should know the best thing. It's not to call them out immediately. I think they need to have a word with them since they already have the evidence. Do you think she should show the elders the nude picture as well, or she should just say it verbally? Because there's a lot into this. Because there's one thing for her to go to the elders or the pastor and say, "This is what is happening. Sister B is dating my husband, and she knows that we are married, and I've not been. I can't really ask my husband because I don't want so things." So, if they say, "Are you sure? What are your evidence?" She can verbally say, "I've seen. I saw them. I saw so thing, but I can't show it." Do you think she should show the evidence? Because it's a bit tricky here, showing that nude picture as well. I want to assume the men in the elders wouldn't like to look at it. They will maybe send their wife, "Oh, you go and look at it," and they'll say, "Oh, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus." So they'll start doing, blood of Jesus. I know this thing though because I've experienced this thing in church before. It's not like it happens to me, but yeah, I know the way people they disgrace them, and the pastor's wife, the way they will do holier than thou, and they'll start warning other people from going to them. That's why I mean, like, I've seen what. So, do you think the picture should have the woman should have she should also show the pastor the nude picture just to show that she has approved, to convince them. The worst thing a man can do to his marriage. Yeah, I think the pastor will handle it privately. It's best to do that. You can show them, okay, beauty, that's the point. And pastor must be mature enough because it's a dedicated matter. It is. Sometimes some pastors they do have they have good intention, but it's not well handled. Pastors are not a married counselor. Some people do get it wrong there, so they obviously want to take everything to pastors. So they might have a good intention, but it didn't come out well, and people will blame them. Pastors too are going through a lot. It's a delicate issue, really, and for the lady as well, she should also be ready for this. I want to say I think my final thought when I read it was, be ready for the worst. if I'm trying to make a decision on something, I will think of I have a positive mind on that thing. I give more positive, but I actually leave the room out in case it doesn't happen. I have to work on something. I had an exam a few weeks ago, and I did study it. People always usually say people fail. People fail. You take it like how many times? Rather than I'm saying it's not going to be my portion. I did try. I gave it all I could, and I didn't pass it. And you know what? Before I went for the exam, I was so overconfident. I said I was going to share this one day. I thought it was last week. I was going to share it anyway. I was so overconfident when I was going for the exam. I said this time around I'm going to break record. They will know the Nigerian came. I really prepared. I thought I knew I gotten to this table. When I got there, the first 4 questions was if you know when it's like when a wind just come and just make you stagger, like you're very unstable. I took my glasses out. I is it me? I cleaned the glasses again. Like, oh, I think I know this. I tried to put, I now said, okay, time is going. Don't let me waste time. Let me move to the next one so that, because it's something that is being time. The second one, the third one, when I got to the fourth one, the two of them, I haven't heard or seen anything like that before. Then I thought to myself, you've messed up, and during that time, my hands started shaking. Even the pen I was holding and, to work things out, my hands were shaking. I could tell. And I was like, God, something was telling me, just get up and say, oh, you give up. I don't want to carry on anymore. And I said, no, let me see what I'm going to encounter. I knew before I left there, I knew, okay, this isn't going to work because you have to have at least the number of, the numbers you should mix shouldn't be more than 3 or 4. So, and I've seen the first 4 that wasn't nice. So, okay. So I finished. Then later, when I got the results, I said, okay, I wasn't going to let it bother me. I said, well, it's a challenge, and that when I'm going back, I am going backwards. I'm going to do it well. And I did studies for the second one. I didn't give too much time difference so that I don't kind of forget much of my. So I really worked on things. I decided to go on YouTube as well and get some different people's perspectives and the way they do things. And when the day was coming closer, I started having doubts. Something was telling me, you went for the first one and you thought you were going to crash the whole thing and you didn't make it, blah, blah. That thing wanted to suppress me. Of course, I had to challenge it. Like, no, this is not who I am. I gave room for the first one that in case I stumble, I'm going to rise again. I kept, saying things back, to push that negative thought off me, that I've given that room that I'm going to rise again and make it and this and that. And yes, and I went for the second one. The minute they gave us, I like half minute, I was done. It's like I came prepared and I came to fight. So what am I bringing out here is that it's also good to give some room for certain things or for a bit of, in case it don't work, I'm not going to crash. Because some people, they put all their eggs in the basket, and if it doesn't happen, the work comes to an end. They can't do it again. They can't get up again. They become something else. Yeah, we're human. It can affect you, but don't let it be too long. Start bracing up. Start getting up. Start working on something. Start affirming good things, positive things into your work, into your life, into yourself. You can look in the mirror, talk positive things, encourage yourself. Listen to affirmation, or encouraging words. People that do encourage you can remember maybe when your parents will encourage you. When our parents want to send us an errand, the way they will call your name, you will know the needs that you had when they start praising you. Those are so many things that you can remember to make you feel good. And so for this woman, before you go to your pastor or before wherever, even if you go to your pastor, think of what if it didn't work out the way you plan it. What would you do? That's my conclusion here. What would you do in case it didn't work out? In case this man decided to say, I am going to go with the choir mistress, do your worst. Let's remember May Edochie's issue. I'm sure few of you will be familiar with May and you, Edochie. May is the quiet one. You has been doing whatever he wants to do of recent. For the past 2 years, it's become a nuisance. So now look at it. May did not unlife herself, and something else happened to her son, which no one will ever pray for. I don't like talking about that this situation because it makes me emotional. But now look at her right now. God is there. God is faithful. God has been faithful. So don't put all your eggs. But they will say that if you just make sure you are determined everything. Yeah, be positive. I do preach it. Be very, very positive that is going to happen. But even if it's 1%, please, you need to have strength to be able to handle things. So she should think of it. If this man, or if the marriage did not work, if whoever the pastor or the elders, the church, and the family, wherever they say, how they try to help, if it doesn't work, are you going to be fine with it? And what I mean in general is, would you be able to? Are you ready to say goodbye to the marriage if it doesn't work, or you're ready to accept her? Because this is where some people don't think of. They just feel if we tell the pastor, it's going to stop. Pastor is not their God. The man is an adult. He has capacity to make a decision for himself. He might decide not to want to. Some men are so angry when their wife go and report them. They will do the worst, even when they know it's wrong. I hope you guys are getting me. Even when they know that thing is wrong, but because you have the effort to go and report me, I am going to, because of maybe that's the way it's being wired. That's the way it was brought up. Hello, Anne Official, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. And Tracy Reality, thanks for coming. So we've tried the first topic earlier, and this is the second one, which I'm kind of rounding up right now. I hope you guys are understanding why I'm saying that. The man could be stubborn. He might be stubborn. The man might still be in, would I say the lady is dating is still in total control of him. So whatever the decision they come out with, it might not even bother. It might feel like, oh, the woman should go and rest. We don't know about the children that they have, maybe so clinging to the children, or it can't be bothered. We don't know so many things. If the choir mistress is well equipped, well educated, working, doing everything, that's what I mean by well equipped. It might be a challenge to the woman. It might be some challenge to some women. They were like, oh, the man my husband is dating is even bigger than me. I can't fight her. So they can't because of that. She might not be able to even talk to her husband. Have you not heard a man that will be saying, you're not even ashamed? Is it not the same a woman like you? Is it not the same woman like you? That alone would have even weakened her. So there's a lot that she needs to think of. Is she ready to leave the marriage if it doesn't work? Or she's ready to take the woman as a second wife if it doesn't work, just to save her husband, her marriage? Because people say they're married for different reasons. Some will say, I decided to stay with my husband because of the children. So with everything my husband is doing, I decide to stay with him because of my children. I don't want my children to suffer because there's nobody to pay their school fee, which is what we're preaching. We like women to be financially independent, have something doing. So some women will decide that, maybe I shouldn't have gone to them to report him. There's nobody to pay for his social thing. Because we don't know the woman is dating right now. Maybe it's the type that is even sponsoring the man. So the man is not ready to leave her. So this woman might be facing something that is a bit bigger than her. So if the church come into the situation, they were like, okay, you know what, isn't it to leave your church, we'll leave your church. And they decide to leave the church because they can't unlife them. They can't send them to God. You see that they leave the church. If they still want to be in the church, they will follow the maybe the proper punishment. But if they decide that they want to leave the church, it's not nice. The woman will be alone. She will be crying in the house. She'll be thinking to herself, maybe I shouldn't have told the men of God. Maybe I should have kept quiet. You know, guilt start coming in, blames. She'll start apportioning blame to herself, especially when she has her other fellow women looking at her with those bad eyes, you know, doing those side talks whenever they see her, whenever she gets to the store to buy something. You know, people are looking at her as if she's new in the area. She feels very uncomfortable. You know, all those things start bothering her. Mentally, she's not stable anymore, and it might even be affecting her even when she's working. And if she has children, she might be grumpy to them as well because she's going through a lot. Meaning that when she's reported her husband, when she felt her husband will come begging her husband is not showing any remorse. It hurts when someone hurts you and you decide to open up to them, or you tell them, or you felt maybe by telling someone they will come begging, but they didn't do that. If they do otherwise, what you were expecting, how would you handle it? That's what I just want to say in this case. What if the way she felt the case would have been handled is not being handled that way? Will she be able to? Will she stay? Will she go? Is a decision she needs to take, or is what she needs to think of. It's not just a yes right now. What it's something she needs to think of very well. Sleep on it. Think of how you guys started, what you will lose, how you will brace off. Can you do it? What people will say, like people will always like, because of what people will say, that's why I didn't leave my husband. Some people don't love their husband anymore. Their husband is not look in love with them anymore. But because of what people will say, because of what her family will say, they still decide to be there. Yeah. So if she's going to the pastor, good luck. I feel it's not the first. It shouldn't be the first move. But situation could cause why she couldn't discuss with her husband, and maybe her husband family, she couldn't go to them. Our own family too might be a no-go area. Everyone with their, they have their reasons. If going to the pastor is the best way that she feels, are they mature enough? Can they handle it? And if they feel they can handle it and it's not well done, if they handle a proper man like a child, he might not like it. No, don't forget that a man hates to be scolded out there once they are already married or they become a man. You're not treating them like a full-grown man. Maybe they are being treated like, and if they are being ordered that right now, I do this or I do so, they'll like, they might not even utter a word, but what they will do will be in them, and they will end up rebelling. They will not do what the pastor wants. They might relocate, they might leave the church. The man might not come home again for the next couple of weeks or months after the wife has reported him. They will be saying, don't worry, he's going to come back, and he did not. If the lady choir, the chorister is well-to-do, if she's doing well, she has cash, she has company, she has this, or she's just working, she can stand well. We don't know, he might not come back. More reason you have to pray. Pray along with this. It is well. That's my own advice on this. It isn't easy. I don't pray that any of us will experience this in Jesus' name. And for any man that maybe in one way or the other has gone to experience this as well, or is experiencing this, I pray that, they find ease and there will be peace in their home in Jesus' name. Amen. And I think I want to thank everyone that's been here. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. You guys have been make me to stay till this long. If I was the only one here, I would have said my things maybe in the next 5-10 minutes and I would have left. So thank you for your support. I do appreciate it. I don't take you for granted. I appreciate you. Let me see. I think I've said I've seen everyone. I've said hello to everyone. Thank you again for coming. We'll try and read. Let's see who I'm going to read. I wouldn't want to make it partial because I see that Fred is I just got notification that Fred is on live right now, and I've read Fred like 2 or 3 times before they would think there's something else there. Maybe we'll see someone else who is on our live stream that we can read. So. Oh God. Trying to see who I'm going to go for. Seriously, I don't know how YouTube rate this chatting thing. Sometimes it's up, twice it's down. Okay, Margaret. Okay, I think it's just greeting that is going on. Thank you, Beauty by Angie, for still being here. Thank you, Margaret, for still being here. Official hand, thank you for coming. If you have time, you can brush through the what we discussed. And the first one, the advice we've given, and the first, I think both of them were quite something that is nobody will pray this happen, and the way we handle issue. I just feel that patience will help us and to kind of take a good decision. We pray for wisdom. I don't pray that anyone experience this among us. For whoever this has experienced this, I pray that there will be peace and the outcome will be favorable. Because this kind of thing, it does end. It's the beginning of some homes that is going to crash. Some doesn't work. It doesn't work. They don't work together again. Some men feel like you've exposed me and that's it. I don't know as well. Now going to redirect customization and redirect to I have me now. I said I've said the next one is going to be this guy Sanjay. Maybe if I'm online on Saturday, I will send to Sanjay. But I have Sanjay, I have Fred, I have Alice. Alice usually do silence lives. So let me try Mima because she does have some topic. I actually wanted us to talk about YouTube things too, but maybe another time. I'll always postpone things. And I think she's saying something similar here. Tactics on how to get. Oh, this one is about WH. Okay, this might help people that are going to working on WH. If I see people with WH, I always run towards to help. That's good. Okay, so as people used to say it, we're going to take a flight to so another house, and I pray that you land safely. Please do take time to stay there for at least 5 minutes, please, so that the person can benefit from the people that comes. If you get there and you're spending 1 2 minutes and leave, it might not count for her. So it's better they get proper minute. They get tangible minutes that will reach for them. Thank you, everyone. So I'm going to be redirecting us to another house. And please type Gores Raid once you get there. It should be, I think, hashtag Gores Raid. Wait. Let's do this. Let's do hashtag Gores Raid once we get there. And I'm going to redirect us now. Thank you. And see you at the other end. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. I do appreciate you. It's Gores Raid. Okay, thank you. Bye. Thanks for coming, everyone. Appreciate you. Bye. See you there.